Guys, watch how this life insurance agent changes the terminology just to dress up a component about variable universal life insurance that in reality is the same old thing, where they're draining off your cash value and doing annual renewable term and increasing the payments of the cost of insurance. It's ridiculous.
Thank you for calling Lincoln Financial. This is Seth on a recorded line. Can I please have your name?
This is Derek Gift.
I'm sorry, line with a colleague of mine. We're together. We're looking over my policy, and just wanted to ask a question. You're going to Curry.
Is he on the line right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you said something Curry. I missed the first name.
Yes, Curry.
His first name is Curry.
Oh, Curry. What was the last name?
Mariano.
Mr. Gift, do I have permission today to release policy-specific information to your friend, Curry Mariano, and honor any request he may have during today's call?
Yes.
Okay. How can I help you?
Perfect. Just a quick question. So, what kind of policy does he currently have?
This is a variable universal life.
Okay, perfect. And how much money has he paid in total into the policy so far?
$52.05.
Okay, and let's say, for example, if he had an emergency and need to take out a loan, how much would be available today?
The maximum loan available as of market close yesterday is $18,127.68.
Okay, perfect. And another question in regards to the cost of insurance. How does that work in this VUL? Does it stay the same or increase over time?
Increases over time on mortality.
Oh, okay. So every year, just to confirm, the price of insurance goes up.
Correct.
Perfect.
But
Mhm.
the policy does have a secondary guarantee that protects the policy.
And what does that entail?
So the secondary guarantee is called the optimal no lapse enhancement rider. It protects the policy regardless of cash value or investment option performance, assuming timely premiums of plan premium, timely payments of plan premiums. For example, if the policy is designed to be paid annually for $2,500, which is the annual billed amount, if that is designed to keep the policy active until maturity, as long as that is paid on a timely basis, doesn't matter how much cash is in the policy, or even if there is any cash in the policy. And it also doesn't matter the performance within the market for the investment.
Right, and that would lead on to my next question. So let's say if he decides to stop all monthly payments and what would happen if he ceases those payments?
Talking about the guarantee then, the guarantee will still be there, but hypothetically, let's say the annual premiums, if that was going to keep the policy going until maturity, without premiums, the guarantee would still last, but it's not going to last as long.
They'll be pulling from what specifically if he's not making those monthly payments anymore or that yearly payment anymore?
Good question. So what you'll typically see happen is the cost of insurance will come from the cash value until there's no more cash value left. And then it will come from the guarantee for as long as the policy is guaranteed for. So with what's already been paid into the policy, that might keep the policy active for, say, 20 more years, hypothetically.
So how long would it take for that policy to eventually lapse? If you could put a figure on it. So let's say, for example, if he ceased all of the annual payments and it would only tap into the cash value, would you be able to give us a projected amount of time that it would take for it to eventually lapse? Yeah. So Derek, just to keep on the record, they are charging you
$2,500 a year for this specific policy alone. So that would equate to around $200 plus a month if you used to put a monthly amount to it.
Okay.
Are they charging a separate amount for Diane's policy?
Yeah.
So then now you have to factor that in.
But those are annual.
Yeah, so you'd have to factor
these-
that in.
Right. Okay. I see what you're talking about.
More premiums of $2,500. If that occurs, how long the guarantee is going to last. It lasts for the lifetime, which is defined as 126 years old. 4 additional premiums starting this year.
Right.
So 25, 26, 27, and 28. So those payments of $2,500 each. If that was paid, then the policy is guaranteed for the lifetime of Mr. Gift, no matter when he dies.
And how is that being funded?
500
No, the after that, the guarantee.
would come from the cash value or the guarantee itself. So it depends.
Okay, thank you so much for answering our questions. I think we have everything that we need.
No problem. Thank you for calling Lincoln Financial.
All right, you have a good one now.
Wow, this is ridiculous. Clearly, this representative was trying to dress up the fact that what the secondary guarantee meant when he was explaining it was just as long as he makes the yearly payments of $2,500, he would be able to maintain the life of the policy regardless if the cash value is depleted. But he didn't mention that it's not going to be $2,500 a year every single year. It's annual and renewable term. Every single year, just like he mentioned, with the cost of insurance will constantly go up every year. So in reality, it's not going to be $2,500 every year between now and 126 years old. Who can be able to stay alive and pay that much for that long, let alone be able to afford it if in the back end is going to cost a lot. So we were able to give him an alternative, which is by term. He didn't need that much in coverage, so he had $250 in that policy. We reduced it down to $150 after evaluating his net worth, and then after that, he will be paying level term for $145 a month for him and his wife, saving him compared to $540 that he was paying a month between his and his wife's policy. And at the end of the day, if he only focused on keeping the cash value only and having that eat itself away, it would only last 4 years. Remember, he mentioned 4 payments annually of $2,500, and after that, policy will lapse, especially if he doesn't make those annual payments. And guess what? My client didn't want that. We're rolling over that amount into a checking account that can pay in full the 15 years in coverage we got in his term, which is his goal of retiring in 15 years. And on top of that, there's some remaining cash value that will be used for growth. We're going to open up a 401k so like that he can be able to experience the growth of the market, because it's always been good. 9 to 12% rate of return year over year. All right, guys. Talk to you later.